Joining me right now, sportscaster and Fox News contributor Jim Gray. Well, Jim, let me just preface this by saying, good for Roger. He should be able to ask for whatever he thinks he's worth. And, he clearly has a high opinion of himself at $49.5 million, despite all of the challenges the league has seen. So he's doing what's right. He's asking for as much money as he can possibly get. I guess my question to you, Jim, is he going to get it?
Well, like you say, he can ask for whatever he wants, but good for the owners who are stepping in front of this and saying, let's slow down this process. This contract isn't up for another year and a half. Why is this issue being pressed right now? So they want to slow down this process, and it was Barack Obama, certainly somebody who was not antagonized with Roger Goodell, who said 2 years ago on November 17th of 2015 that he can't understand for the life of him why Roger Goodell would make $44 million a year. So, and Donald Trump obviously has taken on the National Football League as president, and then you have the PR department of the NFL inexplicably going after the president, and even retweeting stuff today that ESPN, who broke this story, is full of crap. Well, these are seasoned reporters, Chris Mortensen, Adam Schefter, and certainly they make mistakes, but these guys are really competent, really good reporters, and I would believe that they probably have a lot of this right. So it's just not a good strategy right now to be taking on all of these people on every front, and now he's going to have to take on some of his own owners, led by Jerry Jones, who's very wily, very smart. He didn't want to give back the NFL. The NFL wanted money to, was requested to give money back by the TV networks some 20-plus years ago. Art Modell was the head of committee. He said, absolutely not. And Trish, we wouldn't be on this network right now had Jerry Jones said no. We're not giving him back money because that was the advent of Fox TV and Rupert Murdoch. And it's meant billions of dollars. He's also taken on NFL properties and got Pepsi in there when it was Coca-Cola. So Jerry's very wily, very smart. Do not underestimate or discount him.
So do you just think it was poor planning on Roger Goodell's part to be coming forward asking for this much money at this particular time? Maybe he could have waited 6 months, maybe he could have waited 12 months, and he might have had a better scenario, a better story to tell, because, if he's lucky, this may have blown over 12 months from now?
Well, he was in the committee to do the compensation and to negotiate the contract was emboldened by a 32-0 vote a few months ago at the owners' meeting to negotiate a contract. But it wasn't to negotiate a contract and not let the other members know just exactly what the contents of that contract are. So it takes 24 owners to move an extra point from the 2-yard line to the 15-yard line. You think that just 6 owners should be able to decide the compensation of the commissioner up to $50 million a year when it takes an extra point, 3/4 of the league? So no, it has to be done transparently. It has to be done in open doors. Roger Goodell may very well survive this. There are probably half the owners who would like to see him stay and the other half who are on the fence. And they're going to fight it out. But certainly at these rates, it's going to be a very difficult climb for Roger to get that kind of money.
Yeah, but already his rates are steep enough. Now it's just getting worse. But you think about all the domestic scandals, all those challenges a couple years back. You think about the concussion scandal that the NFL has had to deal with. And now this scandal, which really has just taken the headlines by storm here, in part, as you say, because of President Trump. It does not say, and by the way, I should point out, Roger Goodell has a PR background. It doesn't seem to me that he's able to negotiate any of this very well from a PR standpoint, because it just keeps bubbling up and bubbling over.
Well, just look at all of the scandals that have gone on, from Tom Brady to Ezekiel Elliott to the national anthem to the massive failure of judgment on domestic violence in that circumstance, the relocation of franchises. And some of this is just part of the process in being in the position of being commissioner. But a lot of it has been poorly handled. And now it just mushrooms. In this day and age of social media and everybody having a voice and everybody talking on all of these networks 24/7, it gets highlighted. So Roger has been at the forefront of all of this. And now you have head trauma and concussions. And it's a real steep climb for the NFL. To be able to continue to garner the revenues and the audience that it has had in the past. And so now as they look to their future, they've got a really big decision as to who will lead that future. And should that be the guy who has been with the league for 35 years and who has seen it grow and has overseen a lot of this, or do they need a fresh set of eyes? And that's what the owners are now grappling with. And, you know,
well,
it has spilled into the public, and it's not going to go away anytime soon.
You know, if I were them, I would be looking at that fresh set of eyes, and hopefully a little less than $50 million. Anyway, Jim, thank you so much. Good to see you.